Okay, I'm live. I'm live simultaneously on YouTube and Instagram, just trying to see if the internet will work good for both of them. Yeah, I think it will work. That's gonna be fine. So earlier I said that I am going to talk about attachment. Hey, mom, how are you? Mom is joining here. Yeah, I'm gonna talk real quick about attachment because this is one of the subjects that really make people get stuck because of the attachment that they have to many things, to people, places, situations, circumstances, many things. And today I was talking to a student, and he told me that he saw a video of mine, one of the reels that I shared. And this reel, I was saying to not be a victim of circumstance. And he was laughing. He was telling me, "Oh, I'm all the time saying the same thing. I'm saying that I am a victim of the circumstance." So, what happens when you are attached? When you are attached, you are always afraid of being alone or of the new area. There are some reasons why people are afraid of letting go. And I'm going to write over here in this paper that I have on my table because I need to talk about them. So, the first of them is fear of judgment. What happens? The people they become attached because they are relying on the idea that someone have of them. So, for example, my mother is over here. She is watching this stream, and let's say that I am afraid. If I was afraid of the judgment of my mother in the moment that I left my house, what she would say about me. She would say to me, "Ay, Karin, you are this, you are that, because you are good or you are bad." If I would be afraid of the judgment or of what people would say to me that I am a bad girl because I left my parents and I am so emotionless, heartless, and I'm very bad, I would not want to let go of my parents. And I am not really attached. When you create attachment, you create an environment that makes you very weak. And this weakness of yours can create for you offense. You become easily offended when you are attached to something. People can use the things that you are attached to hurt you and manipulate you. So the fear of judgment. Let's say let's bring to the context of someone that needs to let go of old friendships to grow up. Like you have some friendships that you were not supposed to have. These friends of yours, they are doing things that you know that you're not supposed to do, and you want to let go, you want to go, you want to fly, and just you just want to enjoy growth. For your friends, they are over there. And when you start to let go of these friends, when you start to grow, they are gonna start coming to you and say, "You arrogant, you left us. Now you think that you are better than us." And all of these small statements that keep running around your head, that somehow they will come and they will say these things, create for you a fear. The attachment is not the primary problem. Your fear is the primary problem. And you have to understand what kind of fear is keeping you from going. because you have a fear. You fear something. Maybe you fear losing something. You fear not having the essence or the support. You fear something. So you have that fear of judgment. And comes now the fear of the new. The fear of the new. People are afraid of new things because new things, they are not certain. Every time you will do something new, you don't know if it will work or not. It can work, but it doesn't mean it will work. So you need to do the same thing again, again, and again so it can work. And you are not sure. If you are sure, it wouldn't be new for you. Hi Kai. Hi. Welcome. You now you're gonna listen to me talking about the attachment, and you have to listen to the voice message too that I also sent to you. Okay. So you have the fear of the new. Hello. And because you fear new things, you cannot let go of the old things. This is just logical. Most people, they are attached because they are afraid of failure. So they don't want to go and do something new because they might fail. And it can come again to the first fear. That would be the fear of judgment. Because they are afraid of failing because they are afraid of who is going to judge. What will they say to me if this goes wrong? What will they talk about me if this goes wrong? So you have that fear of the new because you are afraid of losing the ones that you left once and you cannot come back again. And you'll be like, wait, okay. So over here, I have this circle, this bubble. And if I leave this bubble and I fail, I cannot come back again because they already judged me. They already told me I cannot come back. They don't want. So you have that thing that you cannot survive without the things that you are attached to because they are the source of life for you. Now, let me tell you something. Something very important that you have to understand. There is nobody that will stay with nothing in life. What are you saying, Karini? The thing is, if you lose your friends, you get new friends. If you lose your money, you make money again. Whatever you lose, you can get. If you can lose, you can get it. You're not gonna get the same people because that's the idea. That is the idea. When you detach, and you also have to detach from yourself, from beliefs. Oh my God, beliefs. This is one of the things that people tend to get so attached to beliefs because they believe this is the truth and they get attached. It gets to the perspective explanation that I gave. And when you start to get attached, attachment brings trouble. When you don't let go, you don't grow. There is a music by Free Soul, and I think the name of the music is what was that? Learn to love. No, wait a second. No, Fertile Soil. The name of the song is Fertile Soil, and the chorus of the song is Let Go to Grow. And when you don't let go, you don't grow. It's a metaphor that I like to use is the seed. If a seed does not let go of the shell, it will not become a big tree. So imagine that that seed would have been afraid. Look. Follow my thought. Follow my thought. You have that seed that is afraid of leaving the shell because there is danger outside of the shell. Outside of the shell, there will be danger of dying, there will be insects, there are many things. But what the seed that is afraid does not understand is that This fear is so meaningless comparing to the size of the tree it will become. Now imagine with me there is a big tree with many fruits, and you ask this tree, hey, why are you so detached from the shell where you came from? What do you think the tree would answer you? Why did it detach from the shell? Because if you don't detach, if you keep attached to things, you will not grow. That seed will not grow, it will just die. If a child does not detach from the womb, if it does not come out of the mother's womb, it will die. Anything that you do not detach from, anything that you are attached to, will cause your death. So if you are attached to anything, look in your life, around you, and inside of you. What are you attached to? Because your attachment will tell you how far you can go. And for me, when I look around and start to ask myself, Karini, are you getting attached to something or to someone? Because if you are, this is not correct. Because there is a need that I have that now I'm transferring the responsibility to someone else. It doesn't exist. So all of these fears, imagine if that small seed had the fear of coming out with all of that potential to become a big tree and give so many fruits and so many seeds. That seed had just stayed inside of the shell. Poor tree, the future wouldn't exist. So, what are the things that you are attached to actually? Because attachment leads to disappointment and it leads to death. If you are attached to anything, to anyone, you're gonna die. But I'm not saying that you are going to die like you took a poison and died. No, you're not gonna grow. And what does not grow dies. It is already death. Because zero does not multiply. Zero is zero, and zero times zero is zero. You cannot multiply zero. You cannot add up to zero. So if you are in that still state, if you're stagnant, if you're not growing, you're dying. Slowly, you're dying. And if you are attached, it's just like you have I like this example. You have a rope. In the end of the rope, you have a plate of 50 kilos. A plate of 50 kilos. And you are in the edge of a cliff, and this weight is dropped, and you're holding the rope to hold on to the weight. And the rope is just passing through your hand and cutting your hand so much, but you're still holding onto it, and you can see that your skin is opening and you see the bones already, but you're still holding. It is causing you pain. It can cause you a horrible wound, and you have that attachment. You're just holding on to that rope that will lead you to nothing or to nowhere, and you're still holding on to it. Instead of just opening your hand and let go. This is what attachment does to you. When you are attached to things or to anything, it just does not let you grow. I'm not saying to be irresponsible, because you have to be detached, you have to be independent, but there is a responsibility. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say there is a relationship, right? And inside of this relationship, you're not attached to that person. And the idea of not being attached is not that you are going to do whatever you want to do. It's not that you are going to disrespect that person. But in that relationship, Being detached, you will be free to tell everything that you're thinking calmly. You have to understand yourself. This is such a big thing. It's like a round understanding of the truth, because many people, when they start to listen to me talk about perspective, empathy, or anything, they take it to their side and they think that now they have the power of disrespecting. All of this is about respect. When you are attached to people, sometimes you make the people suffer because of your attachment, because you are loading them with your pressure and the responsibility that is yours on them. Take the responsibilities to yourself and let go of the fears. And then you will start to understand yourself and always respect others. So, not being attached, especially in a relationship, is not doing whatever you want and just disrespecting and disregarding the person that you are with, but not being dependent on that person to make you happy, because the happiness is not in a person. The happy, you have to have no fear, because fear is the beginning of the bad things. Everything that you have fear of, it controls you. So for you to see everything clearly, you have to let go of fear and attachment. So you're gonna respect yourself and respect others, and just understand, why am I attached to it? For example, I got this people, some people, they are really attached to things. It was a gift, this pen. I love it. It's so beautiful. I love this pen so much because, like, it was such a simple gift, but so beautiful. Look at this. If I was attached to it, why would I be attached to this pen? Because of the meaning. Okay. So, do I not have memory? I have a memory. If someone breaks this pen, okay, I'll not just let people break my stuff, but an accident. It happened. Or maybe the person will give me another pen. I'll say, hey, dude, you broke my pen. Give me another pen. I'm not gonna be shouting because this person broke this pen, but because broke my pen, I will be like, hey, I cannot buy another one. Can you please buy me another one because you broke it? But not being attached to it, because the attachment would create such a big discomfort, and I would start arguing with this person because of a simple thing, a simple pen, just because I loved, I adored it. When you are attached to something, you are adoring it, and you are not supposed to adore anything else but God. So you have to understand, why am I attached to anything else? Why am I afraid of something? Where does it come from? What is my fear? My fear of being alone for my whole life because I have nobody to talk. Um, After I tried to get responsibility to my stepdaughter and I lost all, now I'm trying to begin my life alone. You tried to get responsibility to your stepdaughter and lost it all. Lost what? What did you lose? You're trying to begin your life alone. It is so funny. My happiness just depends on myself. Yeah, the happiness. What is happiness, by the way? Because people think that euphoria is happiness. Happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is a perspective. So when you decide to be happy, it's a decision actually. You decide to be happy. Because when you decide to be happy, there is no situation that's going to make you otherwise. So you are happy. You are a happy person. You are a happy person. Perfect. Is there an earthquake? You broke your arm. Everything's going bad. Still happy. I say all the time, I am happy when I'm sad because it's a decision. I decided to be happy. There is no chasing happiness. It's a state of mind because happiness is the way you look at things. It's your perspective. It's like a glass. You are happy or you are depressed. But life is happy. I was emotionally dependent. You lost your marriage. Now it's something to think about. Why did you lose your marriage? Was it because you were attached to something? Afraid of something? Now, when it includes two people, you have to be empathetic to understand the other side as well. And I explained about empathy. And since I am already here, I'm gonna share something with you guys that is about frequency, about the reality of who we are, because we are not our bodies. You see, we go beyond the body. And we are not just humans, like in flesh. We are not the body we see. And when we are sleeping, when we are at any moment, we have a certain kind of frequency. Our brain has brain waves, and we have the frequency of these waves. In my voice, I have a frequency. When you're listening to me speaking right now, you can hear the frequency of my voice. So, all of this, when it comes to empathy, empathy. Oh my God, I love that. Sometimes, depending on who you're talking to and who you are with, you become one with the person because you equalize your vibration with that person. So you transform everything into harmony. So when you understand the concepts of harmony, you understand a frequency and habit. Frequency. Frequency, as I'm speaking of vibration, I am talking about the vibration in that moment, the frequency, the repetition of the vibration. A habit is something that you develop and you add to your unconscious by your subconscious programming to repeat automatically. So when you build a habit, it's because you consciously repeated the same thing and then it became a habit. Now, I'm talking about frequency in a physical manner, in in the physics. It's a physics concept of frequency of the vibration. For example, if I start to, this is a sound, and this sound has a frequency, and also the water will have a certain kind of wave because of the frequency. And I'm talking now about the body frequency. So the habit, this is a slower frequency. You know, when we're talking in a subatomic level and we're talking about this layer of reality that we are living, that is a slower pace, because we have a faster pace, especially in the dreams. The dreams, they are very fast, but in our reality we have a different pace. So a habit is like a slower frequency that you build, but then it starts to repeat. Got a call, I'm sorry. Here I am again. So, oh my God, yes, can you guys hear me? I hope so. So, as I was saying about the frequency, when you are with the person, you equalize, you become one with this person because it becomes one. When you equalize, it's okay. It's back again. It's fine. The voice is back. Can you give me a feedback in the comments, please? It seems like it's back. So, when you are talking to a person, now, about empathy that you're talking about, is that you can feel the person and even understand the thoughts of the person by being in the same vibration, and you become one with that person, because this is resonance. When you resonate with the person and you are in the same vibration, you become one. You have empathy. You can understand everything. So when you are talking to a person, try to equalize your frequency to these persons, because this is how you raise someone else's vibration. You become to the same level, and then you rise, bringing the person up with you. And about the attachment, when you are attached to things, when you fear things, you are afraid of making these connections with people. So people that have much attachment, they have less empathy, because they cannot actually understand the level, the thought and the concepts of the other person, because they are afraid of them understanding their fears. Nobody wants to tell what they are afraid of, right? So I wanted to explain this concept. It randomly made me want to explain. So this is it. And what I wanted to reflect right now is, what are you afraid of? What is your fear? Fear of judgment? All of the fears, they have a certain root within yourself. You have inside of yourself something that created this fear. You have to understand why. This is why you are attached to things, or to people, or to places, beliefs, situations, and everything. Attachment lead to death. Remember that. Attachments lead to death. Don't be attached. Don't. Be free. That's what we are supposed to do. To be free. And freedom has no attachment, because freedom has no fear. So you had fear to live alone. Why? Where did this fear come from? You have to understand where the things are coming from. Why? So many people on earth and you afraid of being alone. But why? Why? When you start to understand yourself, you understand how powerful you are. And the people will always show up. Trust me. But not everyone is meant to be forever with your path, because the paths, they change, and some people, they are supposed to be only in a small period of our lives with us. So where did your fear to live alone come from? It was before you lose your marriage. And why did you lose your marriage? You have to start asking yourself these questions. So people, thank you very much for joining. I will complete these teachings in the book, because I'm writing. So you're not chosen. Oh, that's very interesting. Someone that is alive on earth today in this moment, writing on the live stream saying that he's not chosen. Okay, so tomorrow I have to do another live stream explaining. Uh, um, you're not chosen. You don't choose. Wait up. Can't understand what you're trying to say. What are you trying to say? Now you